Don't forget to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you know when videos drop. Thanks for watching.
Going to the well is a term a lot of people use, and I only use it when I have to come here on the well that I'm sitting on that supplies us with water way up to our barn that houses all the peafowl and to our house a little bit over the other side, about 2,000 feet from here. When I come down here, there's always a reason for it. The well's working fine. It's pumping water up those 2,000 feet to our cistern. That's a holding tank of about 3,000 gallons. What's happened now, some reason, somehow, the metal pipes are completely clogging and no longer any more water. We had to get our pump guy out to fix these things. I call him a water doctor. He and his team were here, and they had to stick a hose in the cistern so that we could have water in the house. Now that causes a problem because it goes through our door. That's better than not having water at all. We're waiting for them to come up. They're gonna have to dig the pipes out and replace the old cast iron pipes with new ones. And hopefully we will have a good water supply without worrying about it freezing in a hose like we have been for the last several days. It's kind of cold out here. The blue skies are beautiful, but it's deceiving. It's winter here. And now we'll wait for our guys to come and hopefully do their water magic. Put our well and cistern and everything back in shape so we can have life after water problems. If things couldn't have gotten worse on the Peacock farm, remember that hose that we talked about a bit ago? Well, the hose froze last night when it was 4 below zero, and it is really horrible. It spent the whole day getting it unthawed, and we were without water for the birds and for us. We're back up at the house, and I was down the well the other day, and now we have snow. The good news is it's in the middle teens Fahrenheit, still freezing, and right over here is where they covered up the hose that went from the cistern to the house so that it wouldn't freeze. We also had another problem. The gentlemen that were here were trying to dig up right where I'm standing over here, and the collateral damage was our tree right over here. When you're digging up the dirt, which didn't work because the dirt was frozen. You know, the frost goes down quite a ways, and even with the big machinery, they couldn't get it to work. And then the poor tree over here was the first thing to go. We really didn't want the tree to get hurt. We knew that maybe there would be some damage to the cement. That's fixable, but the tree's been here longer than we have been, over 30 years. So now we're hoping that the warm weather is coming up in the next week. It's snowing right now, and I gotta cover up the door and make sure there's no cold coming into the house and that the wonderful hose doesn't freeze after it's covered up from the cistern to the house. This is the fun you have when you have a peacock farm in the middle of the country. You know, this could have happened at a different time, but it picked the middle of winter. We're lucky to have such fun things happening here on the Peacock farm. I wonder what'll happen next. We feel like normal people now. No longer is there a hose going from our cistern to our house, down to our jet pump, to our faucets in our bathtub and our showers. Now it's underground. This was a big process. The frost is finally out, and they had to dig it up, and then we found the pipe some 5.5 feet deep, and it was there. They had to cut it, and then we put in this flexible tubing that went from our holding tank of water all the way into our house to our jet pump, and now we have water. This is so exciting. The Peacocks, Mrs. Peacock, and I now can have regular water, but we got a problem. Right where I'm standing here, we don't have any more cement. You see, that was collateral damage that had to be done in order to get to that pipe. So now we're waiting to get our walkway made into a brand new walk, and now that's all we have to do. The frost is out of the ground, spring is almost here, and it's the beginning of April, and we're excited. It's cold and damp and cloudy today, but we're sunshining with joy because now we have water like real people. Thanks for viewing.
Order The Wacky World of Peafowl books at peafowl.com.